Welcome to my lecture on shear strength of soils. Today we are going to see about a very major topic in soil mechanics. So this is shear strength of soils. The shear strength of soil is its maximum resistance to shear stresses just before failure. So once you applied load, the soil is going to get failure. So that is what the mechanism. So today in our topic we are going to discuss. So the shear strength of soil is its maximum resistance to shear stresses just before failure. So we are going to understand it while I am explaining it, the applications. The shear stress develop when the soil is subjected to compression as well as direct shear. Say it may be, so this is an soil sample collected at the field, whereas you are going to apply some lateral forces. So that lateral forces, let us say it is a shear force. So it have some resistance will develop against this shear force applied in the same horizontal plane. Let us name it as tau. So this is what shear stress develop against the shear force applied. So this is what it's telling, shear strength of soil is its maximum resistance. So this is the maximum resistance developed against this shear force applied. So this is what shear strength, usually it is denoted by the symbol tau. The shear stress developed when the soil is subjected to compression and as well as direct shear. So this is what direct shear. So when applied to compression, let us consider a cylindrical specimen like this, and you are simply applying an compressive force. So the soil is about to fail along any failure plane, weakest plane, it is going to failure. So here in this weakest plane, so this sample, it is in bottom portion and this is in top portion. This top portion is going to slide in this way like this. So here there will be an shear stress developed at maximum is nothing but shear strength. So in order to use this shear strength concept to design, so design engineering property, so design some earth structures. So this is an main topic to be studied. So let us discuss the applications. Foundation, safe bearing capacity. So playing a major role to design the foundations. So let us consider we have a strip foundation like this from ground level. So once you apply load, let us say Q, so you are going to find the bearing capacity. Safe bearing capacity is nothing but, say it may be a 150 kilonewton per meter square. What is the value of this? So per meter square you can apply 150 kilonewton. So we have to, you are going to find this using this shear strength concepts. So once you are loading it, so actually this below soil will form a wedge like this, and then so once you applying the compressive load, it is going to push the soil down. So this is an wedge portion. This will be act as a foundation part, and this wedge portion going to push the soil besides. So this soil will project as a heave at the surfaces. So once the soil goes besides, then the foundation goes down. So this is what shear actually applying. So this is an area is going to subject shear stresses. So you are applying compressive load only, but the soil is subjected to shear stresses. So whereas, so this is the value per meter square 150 kilonewton can be loaded. When it exceeds 150, say it is 151, the failure is going to happen. So first, how to find this 150 is entirely depend on this shear strength parameters. So how it works? So this wedge will goes down and the soil adjacent to is going besides. So this will be our resistance against this downward failure. So the soil shear strength presence here is going to resist the downward movement. So tau So this is going to be tau. So once you have to find this tau value, then you can arrive this 150 kilonewton per meter square. So this is what our topic. So how to find this tau? So it is in one of the application in case of foundation. So how much load you can give to the footing. So once you have found this tau value, so this is then resistance against your load. Once you found this and you have analyzed this completely, so you can compute how much it can be loaded. That is what I have given as an safe bearing capacity. So per meter square you can load for 150 kilonewton. Let us consider this, you arrived this value as 150 at the final analysis. The load can be 1000 kilonewton. Let us say consider this. So what is the footing you can, so load by area is 150. So here load is 1000. So divided by 150 you get area going to be given here. So this is in case of an square footing. I have told this. So Terzaghi actually has developed an strip footing. He has analyzed for strip footing. So this is going to be a run for several distance. So the tau, once you get to know about the tau, so you can find how much can be loaded over this soil can be found. So it is in one of the application, foundation failure. So let us see in another application, retaining wall. How the retaining wall design can be done. So this is an stem portion. This is we call backfill. Now, so this soil will produce lateral earth pressure on this retaining wall. So that is why it may going to bend. So lateral force into perpendicular lever arm distance will give you the moment. It is a force. So moment. So using that moment only you are going to found AST. So that is have to given a longitudinal direction. So these are the reinforcement will take care of the moment going to be applied. So this moment is nothing but force, lateral force into lever arm distance. So what is the force that soil is going to exhibit over this stem of the retaining wall? How to find this? So usually it is going to fail such a way that wedge failure we say. So it is in 2D diagram. So this is what the portion is going to fail and going to slide over this failure plane. So because of this sliding, it is going to give some lateral force. So here, so if this portion is too high, which means say for example this is trial 1, maybe this portion is, this wedge portion is little bit bigger, the force is also bigger. If this failure wedge is very smaller, the force going to be act on the stem is very small. So in order to predict that, so we need shear strength. So this, due to this gravity, those which is going to failure, so the failure is entirely depend on, so how much, what is the size of wedge is going to fail is entirely dependent on tau. Once you found this tau, so you can compute what is the lateral force going to be act on the retaining wall. By the way, you can find the moment, so you can get longitudinal reinforcements going to be give to take care of the moment as well. So in retaining wall portion, so what is an wedge of soil, amount of soil is going to be fail is entirely dependent on tau. If tau is greater, the wedge portion is very smaller. If tau is very smaller, the wedge portion is going to be fail will be bigger like this. So that is the concept. So this is what the retaining wall application. So let me tell you another example. Slope stability. Slope stability, we have an infinite slope and a finite slope. By the way, let me explain with an finite slope. So this is an embankment going to be takes place in any road construction. So this is what an road. So this is an vehicle is going to be takes place. By the way, it is an going to meet a flyover. So slowly, gradually elevated to meet the level of a bridge. So here we are going to, it is an filling process only, embankment is in filling process. So by the way, you are going to excavate some soil and going to be filled to form earthen embankment. So in order to make economical earthen embankment construction, you have to make the slope steeper. If you make the slope like this flatter way, you may need more volume, because this elevation cannot be changed, this height cannot be changed because it is going to meet the particular elevation. So this height cannot be changed. If you make this slope flatter, you may need huge amount of soil need to be place it at the location. If you make the slope steeper, the elevation is not going to change, anyhow it reduces the volume of soil need to be transported as well as need to be digged. So transportation charges is going to be being economical, as well as the digging part is going to be economical. The here roller part taking place in compaction is going to be economical. So by the way, if you make the slope steeper, it will be helpful to us in the way of economical. But what happens if you make the slope steeper? It simply fails like this. So here, this is what tau is our concern. If tau is our concern, you can make steeper slopes, it won't fail. It is an finite slope analysis. Infinite slope analysis, so we have an landslides, major disaster. So this portion is going to be slip over on any weaker plane. So this is what landslide mass, soil mass. So this is the tau, is not allowing the soil to go down. So that is what tau. So if tau is higher, the slope is safer. If tau is weaker, the slope is about to fail. So anyhow, all these three applications, so the tau is playing role. So here tau helps to find SBC. So by the way, it produces shear strength, works against the compressive load applied. So here will tau playing major role in order to reduce the force which is going to act over the retaining wall. Tau is playing role. So in slope stability, in order to construct an economical embankment, tau is playing major role. In order to save our lives from any major landslides during flood, earthquake, whatever it may be, so tau is playing major role in order to reduce the susceptibility of slope failures. So tau is our case. So it is as described, shear strength of soil is its maximum resistance to shear stresses just before failure. So this, I hope you have got the concepts through these three applications. So tau is our concern, shear strength parameters. By the way, tau is our concern. Tau is a shear strength is entirely depend on, it's a function of C and phi. So tau shear strength, so the soil is going to be give some strength. So who is responsible for the strength is nothing but cohesion and angle of internal friction. C stands for cohesion and phi stands for angle of internal friction. So cohesion is measured in terms of kilonewton per meter square, whereas angle of internal friction is measured in terms of degrees. So by the way, to describe this, cohesion is nothing but particle interlocking system. Cohesion is, by the way, it is a particle to particle attraction. Particle attraction between same nature of particles. So angle of internal friction is nothing but it is an interlocking system. So particle to particle interlocking, how much it has interlocked. By the way, I am zooming this. So once I am zooming this, so this is about the soil is going to be fail as shown here. So this is then shear stress developed, shear strength to save this wedge not to fail. So here, so in order to fail this wedge portion goes down, so the particle interlocking, so once this particle has contact between which this particle has contact, this particle, every particle has contact. So I am explaining angle of internal friction. So it is nothing but particle interlock. So this particle has interlocked with each other. So that interlocking system doesn't allow this wedge to fail. So we measure how much the interlocking system is more. It is very much interlocked. So the shear strength is going to be high. So there is an friction concept is playing role. So it is going to be high. So this interlocking system we measure in terms of degrees, angle of internal friction or angle of shearing resistance or angle of repose sometimes. As well as cohesion is nothing but, so if it is an clay particle, so this particle has contact with this and it is attraction. So this, it is like a glue. Once you gluing it somewhere, so you cannot break the bond. So it is bonded between the particles are bonded and it is an attraction forces. So in order to break the attraction, then only this will fail. So to fail this attraction doesn't allow. So this is also will contribute to the shear strength of soil. So tau, shear strength of soil is nothing but will be influenced by cohesion of soil particles and angle of internal friction of soil particles. So cohesion, only clay soil, and this is phi cohesionless soil. If suppose your soil has both the clay soil and cohesionless soil, both will be playing role. So here as explained.